Hey everybody, welcome back. We are at Epcot. As you can see from, as Asher calls it, the giant golf ball behind me. Early theme park entry, we're probably gonna head to Remy's. We're gonna wait and see what the line looks like when we get over there. We're definitely not heading to Frozen because we already know how that's gonna be. So we're gonna make our way to Remy's. We got a lot of work we need to get done today. We have reservations for Via Napoli for lunch. One of my favorite pizza places on planet Earth. Then we have Soarin', Nemo, and Figment reserved already. So we'll get those. I'm trying to get over here to Journey of Water. See if I can get some footage of it before it gets packed with people. Also today we're going to begin our documentary for Luminous, The Symphony of Us. Tonight will be our first night seeing the show live. I'm very, very hopeful for this show. But that'll be later on. We're just going to take advantage of the early theme park entry once we make our way over here to World Showcase. Goodness, it's a little chilly today, so let's hit the intro and let's make our way over to the Italy Pavilion. Okay, just a little PSA. In the center of World Showcase, I was concerned that because the barge wasn't going to be there, that it was going to, I would have no landmarks, I guess would be the correct term to use, as to where the barge would set, essentially. So I would kind of just be sort of guessing. I have 4 lenses. 3 of them are primes. 1 of them is zoom. So that way I can kind of see, you know, which prime to use. After we know which one we're going to use, then we'll take 1 of the lenses, or 2 of the lenses, back to the resort. Because I'm going to tell you, this bag with 2 cameras, a tripod, horizontal mount, SSDs, 4 lenses, and 2 cameras is very heavy. Especially those Sigma 14mm lenses, they're massive. The 85mm is also massive. The 35, yeah, not so much. But the 14 and the 85 are insanely massive. So, but everyone's going to Frozen Ever After. So we're the only schmucks heading to the Italy Pavilion for Remy's. So we're gonna head over there. Ooh, look, my favorite restaurant. Don't worry, we're gonna eat there twice during this trip. If it ain't broke, don't go trying to fix it. Okay, plan B. There is a line from the Italy Pavilion all the way to nearly the Canada Pavilion for Remy's. So that's a big no for me. We have Remy's reserved. We don't necessarily need the POV for Remy's. Because it's a 4D ride, so even if I was to record anything, unless I took the glasses and put it in front of it, and I really don't like doing that. So it's not like a, oh, we have to do it type of thing, since we've done it a lot. So we do have it reserved for, we're here 4 more days, so I do believe we have it reserved again. But we're gonna head over to Soarin'. We have a lightning lane reserved for it, yes, but we're gonna use the standby line for early theme park entry, ride it once, then turn around and ride it again. That way I can experience the ride without having to record it, and then I can turn around and get a really nice POV of it. We're gonna be shooting using the Lumix camera, because I really want to do something special for this ride. I love this ride. So let's make our way all the way back over there to Soarin'. Okay, so I just got off of Soarin', and I did not record anything. I recorded a couple of clips with my phone, but nothing. Oh man, I left my damn sunglasses. It's like I gotta go buy some more. This sucks. And I just bought those too. Oh well, it happens. Every trip. We're gonna go back. We did the early theme park entry for the standby queue for Soarin'. We also have a lightning lane in 6 minutes. So we're gonna take that time to hydrate, get plenty of fluids in us. I haven't had any water or anything today, so we're gonna go make sure that we're drinking plenty of water. And this is our setup that we have for Soarin'. Okay, maybe I need to tighten that down just a lot. I definitely don't want that thing falling off. But yeah, we're gonna head back in there. We got our strap and everything to keep it on us. I have the cord for the SSD in my pocket. So in about 6 minutes, we're gonna head back in there and record Soarin'. Okay, I just finished filming Soarin'. That actually was a lot easier than I thought. Soarin', being the fact of the way it's set up, I just essentially stuck the holder thing in my lap, like in between my legs, and I was able to lean the camera back, lean the camera forward, depending on what I want. Since I used the 14, I really didn't think using the 35 would have been decent here. I think you probably could have made it work with the 35, but the 14 was just so much easier. And if I need to, throughout it, I can crop in a little bit because I shot it in 6K. So it's not a big deal. We don't have another lightning lane for another 90 minutes. So this is the opportunity where we're gonna walk around World Showcase and we're gonna figure out where we're going to be shooting, what lenses we're going to be using, and stuff like that. I'm not going to showcase a lot of that here. I'm going to begin the documentary area for my video, doing the first part of picking, you know, where we're going to be going. We have about an hour and a half to figure it out. We do have lunch at Via Napoli at 2. So we have plenty of time. Our next ride, I do believe, is like Seas with Nemo and Friends. But this place is packed out today. There aren't a lot of lightning lane selections available. So, yeah, not a lot open. Most of it's standby, which is perfectly fine because it gives me an opportunity to take my time and go around the park and see where I want to film things at. So we're gonna head back to World Showcase and we're gonna start, we need to go get a pair of sunglasses. So we're gonna go do that and then start our documentary. Okay guys, we are heading to our last spot for our documentary. I am just going to say this. Tomorrow, Hollywood Studios Day, I am not carrying this around all day. I will go back to the resort, pick it up before dinner, and call it a day because it's just, oh my gosh, walking around all day with this thing. I say that, and then tomorrow, you'll see me again with this big heavy old 40-pound bag. We found us two really sick spots for fireworks. One's the Japan Pavilion. Whoo, up there on the balcony with the 35 and 85. El Perfecto. Gustico, yeah. All right, so we're over here at the American Pavilion. After this, we're gonna start making our way clear to the other side of the park. Jesus, all the walking. To the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Okay. Whew. Man, that's a lot of walking. We finished up the park part of our Luminous documentary. I'm very curious to see what the ISO is going to do here. We have 5 nights because essentially we only need 4. But the idea is to use what we've learned and apply it on the first night. If everything turns out good, and we're just that damn good, then that's fine. You know, we'll just keep rolling. If not, and the footage tonight is noisy, then we'll just scrap it. And then we'll come back next time we're at Epcot, which is in a few days, and redo it, making the adjustments that we need. I'm a little, you know, curious as to what the ISO is going to be set at. I always shoot the base ISO. Last night shot at 4,000. It was really good. So I'm probably going to end up doing the same again here tonight, just to kind of, you know, get a middle ground here. So it'll be good. But now, it took us about an hour and a half to stake out our spots. That's crazy. The good thing about doing it at Magic Kingdom is it won't take nearly as long because everything's just right there. You literally go up a few steps, pop in a lens, go back a few steps, pop in a lens, and that's it. So, it's awesome. Why do we still have the camera around our neck? Because we are about to stop in the Asia Pavilion, grab ourselves a little snack before we make our way over to Journey into Imagination with Figment, where we're gonna film this ride. And then we have Nemo right afterwards, so we're gonna film that one. And then after that, we're done for the day until fireworks. So as far as what we're gonna do, we're gonna eat lunch, and then we may get quick service somewhere outside the park, because we're not gonna get any more rides here. We might get some characters, but there's no reason, you know, to just stay walking around the park. It'll just be boring. So we'll probably go, probably head over to the Grand Floridian. I wonder if they'll get a nice little massage or something, go sit in a hot tub or something. We'll figure it out. Change of plans. I ain't leaving this park. I have a virtual queue at 1 p.m. I woke up late and set my alarm for 7 and forgot about the Guardians virtual queue. So right around 1 o'clock, we're gonna be trying to get virtual queue Guardians. No multi-pass or no single pass available for it. So, and if we can't, we're just gonna find something to do around the park, you know. It is what it is. Maybe we go around Asia, try some of the food. Asian food is freaking badass, man. And I'm sure if I did that, I would make someone extremely happy. So, why not, right? All right, let's head over here to Figment. All right, change of plans. I know it's like the 3rd time I've said that. After lunch, we're going back to the resort. Because we have all of our rides done, and we need to come out during lunch. I'm gonna kind of figure out some stuff, because carrying all this stuff around all day, I'm not about that, bro. Not even a little bit. It's supposed to be vacation, not a full-ass workout, you know? It is what it is, you know? It's my trip. I'm just gonna go buy a backpack and end up throwing it, throw some of the stuff into my camera bag and go back to the resort before fireworks or before my dinner reservation, pick all of it up, and then come back. Work smarter, not harder.
So, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc! Imagination is a blast! Imagination, imagination. A dream can be a dream come true. With this at work, from me and you.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation. Right at the
All right, so we just got out of Nemo and Figment. We filmed Soarin', Figment, and Nemo. I unfortunately have some bad news. My rucksack is cutting into my shoulder. It hurts a lot. I looked as I was video chatting with Leia, and the top layer of my skin has rubbed off. So it is very, very tender, very, very sore. And I think it's less and less about the rucksack itself and more about the weight of it, because the weight of it is what's causing it to, you know, create friction there. So after speaking with my travel agents, the plan is after lunch we are going to go back to the resort, drop this bag off, offload the footage that we have, charge the camera, and then we are going to the Contemporary Resort, where yesterday I saw a pretty decent sized backpack that would be able to fit everything in it. Essentially what we're going to start doing is, to the park we're going to bring one lens, one camera. Since we're going to be filming rides and stuff, if we need to record rides that day, that'll be the lens that we bring. Essentially the heavy parts, the tripod, the horizontal mount, and the other camera will stay in the safe. And when it gets time for like my dinner reservation, if I have a dinner reservation at like 4, what I'll do, if it's at Epcot, like on the 4th, a couple days from now, I have a dinner reservation at 4 o'clock. So basically what I would do is, after dinner I would catch the bus back to my resort, load my bag up for fireworks, and then come back. By the time I got back, it would be pretty close to time to start setting up and picking our spot for fireworks anyway. And it's the same concept. If it's at 5, then we'll obviously do it before. If it's earlier in the day, like between 2 and 4, then we'll do it after that. But it just, man, I can't be sitting here carrying this for 2 weeks straight. It's not gonna work. I want to be able to have fun and enjoy myself, not be in pain a lot. So we're gonna head to lunch now, and then we'll be heading back to the resort to do all of that. Before somebody says in the comments, why don't you just use the locker? Locker was actually my first thought, is to bring a smaller bag and then just put the stuff in the locker, and then go about my day, and then closer to fireworks, go to the locker, pull it out, and, you know, get ready to set it up. But there have been countless people that have gotten lockers that had stuff stolen out of them. And these lenses are not mine. These lenses are $2,500, $3,000 lenses, and they're not mine. I rented them. So I really don't want to lose them. And I don't want to take the chance that they could get stolen. Even if the lenses were mine, I would do the same thing. I would say, no, I don't want to take a chance of it getting stolen. And you're talking about putting an R5C and 2 S5-2Xs in there. That's like $10,000 worth of camera equipment. It's a big no for me. So that's the reason why we're leaning more towards going to the resort. And since we don't have Asher, it's very doable to get back and forth pretty quick. I think the idea is to catch a ride share there and then catch an Uber back. That way, if we're crunched for time, we still got plenty of time to make it. But it is what it is, man. Busy day. So we're gonna head over to the Italy Pavilion, and then we're going to dip. So I am moving, file transferring the Soarin', Figment, and Nemo over to my external hard drive. And screw it. I looked in like 4 different stores trying to find that exact backpack they had at one of the gift shops at the Contemporary Resort, and they had some like the New Year's Eve, but you could obviously tell that it was cheaply made. And it wasn't the same size, it wasn't as thick and as durable. So yeah, so we're getting on the bus to Magic Kingdom, walk across the street to the Contemporary, grab it, and
31. There's 31 in each.
then I guess we'll jump on the bus at Magic Kingdom to come back. And by that time, it'll be time to go. Boom. We have arrived at the Contemporary Resort. And it is roughly around 3:55. Pretty good. I think the plan is to try to be back to my resort by 5. So I'm gonna run in here, grab a bag, and dip. Not gonna be asking no questions. Not gonna say hi, how are you doing? Grab the bag and go. Being the fact that I'll be here probably the next week, I have a dinner reservation at Steakhouse 71 for my steak video. So that'll be fun. A new restaurant. We've also got another new one coming up in a few days. Two actually. We've got Shula's Steakhouse and Yachtsman Steakhouse over in the Epcot area. So good times. 5 minutes. Got it. Imagine doing all this travel time for 5 minutes, man. That's crazy. It took me 5 minutes to go in there and get it and pay for it. $58. That's crazy. All right, so we're gonna make our way back to Magic Kingdom and get on the bus to go back to the resort and start getting ready for dinner and loading everything up and take a look at our footage from our rides if we have plenty of time. We need to be in our spot for fireworks at 7 o'clock. So I need to be leaving probably in line for the bus at about 6:15, 6 o'clock, 5:45, somewhere around there. So let's head back. All right, now that we're on the walkway back to Magic Kingdom, I wanted to take a little time to talk about our day. This is January the 2nd. You can expect peak times up until probably this weekend. This Sunday, crowd levels should start dying down and you should be seeing not as busy people. But the first week of January is pretty insane. I bring this up because multipass, aside from the 3 that we reserved 7 days out, we haven't been able to reserve a single one after that. It's been like when we came here for New Year's Eve, it was kind of like that. It would be to the solution as if there was nothing available. And it's because the crowd levels are so high in Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, anywhere except Animal Kingdom. And I do believe Animal Kingdom is pretty crazy right now too. So it really sucks, but in a way it doesn't, because most of our, if not all of our time over up until this weekend is specifically for setting up fireworks. We don't go to Magic Kingdom until the 5th. So like tomorrow we'll be at Hollywood Studios, which unfortunately, based on the way that the line was today, I'm waking up at like 6:30, grab breakfast and go, and try to get there as soon as possible, waiting in line. So I'll definitely be waking up early for that, because I saw the line for Hollywood Studios today and it was insane for the bus line. And then I can only imagine that it was twice as bad as the park. And the reason I say this is because I have to rope drop Rise of the Resistance because I need the video. And it's my only day. So it's like, well, yeah, need to rope drop that. Even if we don't get on within the first hour or so. I've got a reservation for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at like 11 o'clock. So I have 4 hours to get on that ride, so it's perfectly fine. But after I ride those, I don't think I'm gonna do Smuggler's Run because it's just not that, yeah, you know, it's cool and it's fun, but it's one of those things where it's a lot cooler and it's a lot more fun when Asher's with me with it. Rise of the Resistance, same way, but that is something that is extremely popular and something that I really, really enjoy. So why wouldn't I? But multi-pass during really peak times, honestly, yeah, you get the 3 and the single passes, yeah, but aside from that, I would just use the standbys. Genie Plus was more complicated, but was a lot better. And we'll have to wait until next week to really see for sure, because we've usually used it during like non-peak times, like September, in August. So right now it's still considered, you know, peak season. So it'll die out next week. So we'll see if the changes are different, and then this time next week we'll say something else about it. I will say this though, Disney World is the only place I ever used the crosswalk the way it's supposed to be used. You know, where you walk up, you push the button, you wait for the little white guy to show up for you to walk versus the little red hand. Yeah, when I'm at home and I'm walking across the street, you know, in Texas or in Arkansas or anywhere else I go, I just look one way, no traffic, look the other way, no traffic, regardless of what the red hand says, I'm going. But Disney World is the only place where people are absolutely insane around these parks, and they will run your ass over in a heartbeat. It does not matter who you are. So it's very legit. Let me know in the comments if this is the only place that you do the exact same thing, the only place you use the crosswalk the way that it's supposed to. All right, we just made it back to the resort. We got lucky. There is no way that this turn of events would ever happen the exact same way again. Let me explain to you what I mean. When I left Epcot, the bus was already there with no one in line. I jumped on it and came back here. And then when I got done here, I went to get onto the bus to go to Magic Kingdom. There was no one in line. The bus was already there. Then I got to Magic Kingdom, went across the street, came back to come back here. The bus was already there. There was no one in line. We made it back here at 4:30. We left the park around 2:30. So the fact that we can go from Epcot back to here, Magic Kingdom, across the street to Contemporary, back to Magic Kingdom, then get on the bus and come back here in 2 hours, it'll never happen again. I guarantee you it will never happen again. But it's all good things though. And I made it back before housekeeping went in my room. I forgot to lock my camera up. Yeah. So we are finished up here, and I must say, definitely not disappointed with the plan of things. The bag is way more comfortable regardless of all the weight. I can't fit everything in the bag at once, but we don't need to. And the park bags are considerably lighter than what I did today. So much better. I was going to eat dinner here, but I kind of don't know what I want type of thing. Thinking about some barbecue at Regal Eagle Smokehouse is really, really appealing to me right now. And there's a cocktail right next to it that is my favorite, Wait for Fireworks cocktail. So we're going to head back over there. We're going to head over to Epcot, and we're going to eat there, grab us a cocktail, and then go to our spot. By the time we get there and eat, it'll be time to go. So let's make our way back to Epcot again. So the only bad thing about leaving and coming back is going through security again. Having to take everything out of the bag. So I think I've packed and repacked my bag like 3 times today. Once when I woke up, second when I went through security again, third when I got the new backpack, and then just a second ago when I had to go through security. Good times. rode the boat. I cheated. I walked about 8 miles today, so I rode the boat over here to Morocco to come get some dinner. It's about 6 o'clock, so I've got an hour to grab dinner, grab my cocktail, and get to my spot before someone else does. Anybody that's been around the channel for a while will know that I always, when it comes to filming fireworks, I have a 2-hour rule, with the exception of the first day at Magic Kingdom, which I have a 3.5-hour rule when it comes to that spot. That spot where the Walt and Mickey statue is, facing Cinderella Castle. I'm gonna shoot that with a 35. I don't know yet till I get there, but I'm gonna shoot that one a little wide, kind of like the opening to open with. So yeah, 3.5 hours easily. But we are going to Regal Eagle Smokehouse. I just started craving barbecue all of a sudden. So we're gonna come here, grab our food, grab our drinks, and go sit down, set up our tripod, and wait for the pre-show, and then we'll start filming everything. So yay. We also have to do pre-show, we have to do post-show, so we'll be here for a while. Yeah, we're gonna go eat. Hey everybody, we just got back to the resort after filming the show. As of right now, we are transferring everything over. Based on the way that the show was looking when I was filming it, I think I'm going to have to reshoot what I shot tonight. It's perfectly fine, honestly. I had actually planned for that. I had an extra angle in the Japan pavilion, which I really didn't want to shoot, because there's just so many different things about it. But I think I had the ISO a little too high when I was shooting those particular spots. One spot was, too bright with the fireworks exploding. We'll have to look at the footage and see when it transfers over and grade a little bit of it and see it. Because there are certain parts of the show that I wanted to zoom in on that was just too bright. Couldn't see anything. So basically, if that's the case, I'm thinking that the wide angle will be good, but the 85 millimeter would be really bad. In this scenario, we could go back and reshoot it. But in reshooting it, we would have one angle that's good, one angle that's not. When it would be a lot easier if we just shot up close one night when we were over in Canada. We could do that. We could also do it in dead center too. I'm not sure what's going on. We're going to take a look at it here in the next 45 minutes or so, and we'll find out. We go back to Epcot the day after tomorrow, so we'll know for sure by then. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Crazy busy day. So thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.